AI. It's everywhere, right?
Yeah. It's wild how fast it's changing things.
Feels like most of us are just trying to keep up.
For sure.
But today we're talking about a company that's not just keeping up, they're building the future of AI.
And they're starting with teenagers, which is pretty cool if you ask me.
ZENAI Co. That's who we're diving deep on today.
They're all about making sure the next generation isn't just ready for a world run by AI, but that they're actually leading the charge.
We've been digging through articles, company profiles, all that good stuff.
And let me tell you, they are doing some seriously impressive work.
So what struck you as the most, I don't know, the most unexpected thing about ZENAI Co.?
Honestly, it's how they're tackling this whole AI literacy thing head on.
Right. Everyone's talking about it.
Everyone and their dog, right. But ZenAI is actually out there doing something about it, and the impact is already being felt.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Their AI literacy program for high schoolers.
Yeah.
First of its kind in the U.S., right?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah. And they've already teamed up with the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Boys and Girls Clubs. That's amazing.
It's huge. They're in 15 states already. Imagine that. Kids as young as 13, they're not just reading about AI in a textbook, they're getting their hands dirty.
That's what's so cool about it. It's not just theoretical.
Yeah.
They're actually learning the skills.
Exactly. ZenAI gets it. They understand that in the real world, it's not enough to just know about AI. You got to know how to use it. That's why they're teaching these kids Python.
Really?
JavaScript, too. Like the actual coding languages that power the AI we use every single day.
So they're not just preparing them for some far-off AI future. They're giving them the tools to build it.
100%. And not just to build it right. Get this. They've got industry pros mentoring these kids.
Whoa.
Talking about real-world experience, right? It's not just the how, but the why behind AI. That's something you just don't get from a textbook.
Okay, the mentorship, that's massive. It's like having a guide in this whole new world.
Right. It makes a huge difference.
So walk me through what this program actually looks like. Like, what are the kids actually doing?
Okay, so picture this. A room full of teenagers, some as young as 13, right? Huddled over laptops. But they're not playing Fortnite.
No way.
They're building and launching their own AI-powered bot.
Hold on. 13-year-olds are building bots. What are we even talking about here?
We're talking bots that can analyze data, bots that can recognize images. Heck, some of them can even hold a simple conversation.
Get out of here.
I'm serious. These kids are getting hands-on experience with the same kind of technology that powers self-driving cars, virtual assistants, you name it.
That's mind-blowing. Okay, but not every kid is going to become a programmer, right?
Sure.
So what's the benefit for those who might not go into AI as a career?
You know what? That's a really important question. And it gets to the heart of what ZenAI is all about. See, even if these kids don't end up as AI programmers, they're still developing crucial skills. We're talking critical thinking, problem solving, just being comfortable with technology in general.
It's like you said, it's the world we live in now. You need these skills no matter what you do.
100%. Think about it. Understanding how AI works, spotting its biases, knowing how to actually use it effectively. These aren't just tech skills anymore, they're life skills.
It's like being fluent in the language of the future.
Exactly.
You might not be a novelist, but you need to at least be able to speak the language, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so empowering the next generation, that's huge. But ZenAI, they're not just focused on education, right? They're working directly with businesses too.
Right. And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me.
So they're not just teaching about AI, they're actively developing and implementing AI solutions for businesses. Right now, today. And the ways they're doing it are, well, let's just say they're getting creative.
All right, you've piqued my interest. Give me some examples. What kind of solutions are we talking about?
Well, for starters, how about we talk about making everyone's least favorite work tasks disappear?
Now you're speaking my language.
ZenAI is all about automating those tedious tasks that eat up our time and energy. Things like data entry, scheduling, even some aspects of customer service.
So freeing up human employees to focus on more creative, strategic work. That's a win-win if I ever heard one.
That's the idea.
Okay, automating the boring stuff, I'm sold. But what else is ZenAI doing for businesses?
Imagine this. You're a business owner, right? And instead of being buried in spreadsheets all day trying to figure out what your customers want, you've got AI doing the digging for you.
Okay.
ZenAI helps companies unlock these really powerful insights from their data.
So instead of just guessing what customers want, businesses can actually know.
Exactly. It's not just basic stuff either. We're talking about understanding customer behavior, predicting trends, even personalizing things at a level that would blow your mind.
That's incredible. That's like next level business strategy right there. Do you have any real world examples? How about some stories about this in action?
Oh, absolutely. There's this one case study, a fashion retailer. They were having a really tough time keeping up with, trends.
Yeah, fashion changes so fast.
It's brutal. So Zen AI comes in, analyzes their data, sales data, social media, even things like weather patterns.
Wow.
And they help them predict what styles were going to be hot sellers months in advance.
No more warehouses full of last season's clothes.
Nope. They're basically predicting the future of fashion.
That's amazing.
And that's just one example. They're doing similar work in healthcare, finance, even entertainment, using AI to make smarter decisions and stay ahead of the game.
Okay, I'm convinced Zen AI is a game changer.
Yeah.
But let's get back to something we touched on earlier, the Pioneer program. It's like the teen program, but on a whole other level. Right?
It's like the elite training camp for the next generation of AI leaders. Super intense, 8 weeks long.
Intense in what way? What makes it so special?
Well, the curriculum is it's next level stuff. They go deep into everything from the basics of AI to really complex stuff, like building bots that use real world data.
So not just theory, they're really getting their hands dirty building stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely. And they're not just thrown to the wolves. They've got incredible mentors guiding them every step of the way, experienced AI professionals there to answer questions, give feedback, help them through those really tough challenges.
It's like having a guide up a mountain.
Exactly. And speaking of mountains, that's kind of like their final project. They form these teams and have to tackle a real-world problem using AI.
Okay, so it's not just learning for fun. They're actually applying those skills to make a difference.
Exactly. And we're not talking about hypothetical stuff here. They're working on things like improving healthcare, making cities smarter, even taking on climate change.
Wow, those are some big challenges.
Huge. It's about equipping them with the tools and the knowledge to go out and really change the world.
So they're not just building AI, they're building a movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered how Zen AI is changing things for teenagers, businesses, even tackling some of the world's biggest problems. What's next? What are they setting their sights on now?
From what I've seen, their goals are pretty ambitious. They want to make AI literacy as common as knowing how to use a smartphone.
So they're not just going after like the techies. They want to make AI make sense to everyone.
Yeah. They're talking about a future where understanding AI, it's like basic literacy, like knowing how to read a graph or being able to spot fake news online.
So everyone has a say in how this technology develops, not just a select few.
That's the idea. And that's why the work they're doing with underserved communities is so important, like partnering with the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Right, to give those kids a chance to learn about AI who might not have that opportunity otherwise.
Exactly, because let's face it, the future of AI, it shouldn't just be shaped by people who already have all the advantages.
It should be for everyone.
Everyone. And Zen AI seems to really understand that. They're creating a path for all kids, no matter their background, and not just learn about AI, but to see themselves as creators, innovators in this field.
That's awesome. It's like planting these seeds of possibility, in places that haven't always benefited from the tech boom.
For sure. And it speaks to their overall mission. They're not just building a company here, they're building a movement toward a more inclusive, equitable tech world.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot with Zen AI Co., how they're helping teenagers, businesses, tackling some seriously complex problems. I got to say, I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. AI can be kind of scary, but Zen AI makes it feel within reach. Understandable, even kind of exciting.
That's a good way to put it. They're taking the mystery out of AI, showing everyone that it's not some futuristic fantasy. It's something we can all use to solve problems, create new things, and make things better.
And they're doing it in a way that feels responsible and thoughtful.
Absolutely. It's not just about what AI can do, but how and why. And that's what makes their approach so refreshing and ultimately so hopeful.
So if you're listening to this and you're feeling a little overwhelmed by all the AI hype out there, take a deep breath and remember Zen AI Co. They're proof that we can shape this technology for good and that the future of AI, well, it might be brighter than we think.